Folks, I'm Ingram Wrestling News here live with your October the 26th, 2020 Monday Night Raw review. Man, oh man, oh man. Last night's Monday Night Raw was absolutely fucking terrible. This show was so terrible, it reminds you of the new version. It reminds you of the new version of the Ninja Turtles. It's so fucking terrible, it reminds you of Baby Vegeta versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's how fucking terrible this show was. I mean, look at all the matches we got on the show. Look at all these multiple terrible creative bookings we got on this show last night. You got AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. You got Tozawa and Gulak versus Lucha House Party, which nobody gave a shit about. Nobody didn't want to watch it. I know I didn't. We got Funhouse segment. You got Keith Lee versus Elias. You got the Retribution versus Hurt Business. I don't even know why we got this match. This match should have been saved for Survivor Series. Bruce. And then we got Miz versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know why. I mean, who really gives a shit about this match? And then we got Lana versus Lacey Evans versus the Moronics. One half of the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross. More like Stitchy Cross. That's exactly what she is. Stinky Cross. And we got Sheamus versus the original bro, Matt Riddle. So that is the match we got. So, folks, before I get started with this review, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications. Hit that thumbs up. It helps my live stream. It helps the channel. It most importantly helps all my videos. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that like, subscribe button. Of course, never turn on bell notifications. Never miss my Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown reviews to go live. And also, never miss my Ingram Wrestling News videos that I upload. I'm going to be uploading a few Ingram Wrestling News videos this week. Probably starting either tomorrow or Thursday. Could be tomorrow and Thursday. So be having on your notifications, folks. And yes, I'm going to be doing an Ingram Wrestling News video on what to expect on tomorrow's NXT. Going to be doing that. That video is going to be uploaded tomorrow. It's going to be done and uploaded anyway. You know exactly what I mean. Follow me on Twitter at Ingram Wrestling. Also follow me on Twitch. Follow me on my Facebook page. Like my Facebook page. That's what I mean. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I currently have 106 subscribers. Please, folks, subscribe. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, man. Subscribe, thumbs up, helps the channel, everything else, you know. So let's get started with this review. This review is about to be good. It's about to get real because I got a lot of things to say. Folks, let's start off with the Monday Night Raw news. So, I got some Monday Night Raw news review. I got some Monday Night Raw news on Tucker, Retribution, and get this one, folks. Drew McIntyre plans and more reviewed. Got more Monday Night Raw news. More Monday Night Raw news coming up. I'm gonna be explaining the news one by one at a time. You already know. You'll see how it goes. So, I think we are ready to start the review now. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, the cold opening to Raw, folks. co-opening to Raw, we got Drew McIntyre opening the show. So the show opens up with him. He's trying to find the words to express how he feels after losing the WWE Championship. He says he has no excuses, just one promise. He says, I will be WWE. Now, how much you can take and keep moving forward, that's how winning is done. McIntyre notes that he always gets back twice as strong. He reminds the viewers that he fell 16 feet from the cell last night, and that if anyone could read his mind, they would be scared. Now, The Miz, the new Money in the Bank holder, interrupts with John Morrison. He sarcastically tells everyone to give McIntyre an encore. McIntyre isn't happy. He says he's going to drop Morrison and Miz where they start, or where they stand. The Miz says McIntyre's 200-plus day run as WWE Champion was almost as impressive as Miz, being a two-time Money in the Bank holder. Miz and Morrison say they're out here to command McIntyre for not letting his loose. He's basically saying, folks. Now, you don't have to worry about facing Randy Orton anymore because I have Money in the Bank briefcase. He has the holder. He's the Money in the Bank holder. I want each and every one of you to understand that this entitles me to a world title shot anytime I want, says Miz. I just want to throw out there by saying, who really gives a fucking shit? Who cares, Miz? You are absolutely outrageous and garbage at what you do in the ring. Nobody cares about you cashing in. Please, get off my TV. Miz reminds McIntyre that he cashed in on Orton once before in the same location. You know what history could repeat itself tonight. Miz says if McIntyre was still champion, he'd cash in anywhere, leaving McIntyre disappointed, frustrated, and empty-handed. Morrison is poking fun at McIntyre now, but he's not having it. He headbutts both Miz and Morrison and lands two suplexes on Morrison. The Miz comes back to the ring, saving Morrison with a chop to McIntyre's knee. McIntyre then stomps on Miz's sunglasses. McIntyre ends the segment saying he's going to run something by management tonight. It's going to be a bad night for Miz and Morrison. And that ended the segment. Now, you obviously know what I got to say about this segment. You already know what my thoughts on this segment is. Absolutely terrible. My thoughts. That's my thoughts on the segment, folks. Absolutely embarrassing. So you're basically making Drew McIntyre look bad in the ring. You're making Morrison look bad in the ring. Even more, you're making The Miz look bad in the freaking ring. You're not making Drew McIntyre look any good in this segment with Miz and Morrison. Oh my god. This segment was fucking bullshit. It really was. It really was. Segment was nothing but fucking illogical fucking garbage. Don't get me wrong, Drew McIntyre cut a good promo, but this fucking segment was fucking bad. When Miz TV is on, folks, my interest in the entire show goes out the window. I do not fucking believe that the company has put him back in a top spot. He's done nothing but hold Morrison down, man. He's done nothing but hold Morrison down. Morrison can't even be a singles competitor anymore because of Miz. If they separate Morrison from Miz, Morrison will be a good singles competitor. Morrison can do better without the Miz. We don't need Miz and Morrison together. So, Miz and Morrison, hey, hey, ho, ho, get off my TV. Well, the Miz get off my TV. Morrison stay on my TV. Seriously, man. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Anyways, moving on. So, Styles is out next. Styles is out next with Jordan for the opening match. Jeff Hardy will enter after commercial, it says. So back live where Styles is on the mic, he's bragging about being 2-0 on Raw. It's the return of the phenomenal era, he says. Oh, really, Styles? Oh, really? It's more like the return of this fucking garbage we watch every Monday nights. That's what I think of it. Of course, he said, of course, you missed me. Styles addresses the issue of having to qualify for the Raw Survivor Series team. Basically. He says he doesn't have to prove himself to anyone. That's what he says. So then, not only should I be on Team Raw, but he says I should be the captain. I will lead you to the promised land, the face that runs the place. Styles brings up his associate, Jordan. He says Jordan doesn't like to be talked to or addressed, and that's a warning. That's a warning. So, Styles now brings up Hardy, noting he's a cheater after using his knee brace to beat him for the IC title back on SmackDown. Styles notes that Jordan will make sure Hardy never took down the bottle if he tries to pull the same trick. So we got Styles versus Hardy. The first Survivor Series match to start off to start off Raw. We got the first match for last night's Raw. This match didn't last long at all. Period. Match only lasted like 2-3 minutes, man. It was absolutely ridiculous. So, folks, here's what happened with this match between Styles and Jeff Hardy. So, Styles, with a cheap shot to take momentum. So he hits Jeff Hardy with a cheap shot. Then Irish whip, but Hardy then slides out of the ring. Hardy to the apron, but he's then caught on the outside by Jordan while going for a dive on Styles. It goes on commercial break with Jordan holding Hardy. Back live, Styles has momentum. You notice why I've been calling him Jordan, right? You notice why I call him Jordan, because I cannot pronounce his last name right. I don't want to, because his last name just doesn't look right. So anyways, Styles has momentum, insecurity to the head, and a brain buster for a 2. Styles goes for a phenomenal forearm, but Hardy heads to the far corner. Dive into the corner by Styles, missing. Vintage Hardy, now with an inverted atomic drop and low drop kick for 2. 2 kicks to the face by Hardy, followed by a downstairs drop kick in the corner for 2. Hardy is gazed, however, Styles takes advantage with a neckbreaker. Both men are staggered. Hardy hits a jawbreaker and a side Russian leg sweep. So once he hit a Russian leg sweep, then he stacks. After that, he stacks Styles up for a near fall. Hardy puts Styles on the top and goes for a superplex. Styles slips under, slamming Hardy face first into the top turnbuckle. Styles picks Hardy up and lands a torture rack bomb for a near fall. Samoa Joe puts over Hardy's legendary resilience. As both men are down, Styles goes for a Pele kick, but it's reversed into a pin attempt for 2. Hardy to the top again, but Styles knocks him down. Hardy lands on his injured left knee. Both men are on the apron. Hardy goes for a twist of fate, but Styles sends him into the post. Styles to the top. He lands the phenomenal form for a 3 count. Now, my immediate reaction and thoughts to this match is, why on earth are we seeing this match for the 7th fucking time in a row? Do you know how many freaking times we've seen this match? Do you know how many times we've seen this match between AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, folks? We've seen this match about 6 times already. 3 times in WWE, 3 times in TNA. 3 plus 3, 6. We've seen this match 6 times. Why would you book this qualifying match for Raw? Come on, WWE. Now you know there are other male talents on this roster that deserves to be on this match. That deserves to be in this match more than these 2. You got plenty of young talent on that roster that deserves to be in this match. Are you freaking goddamn serious, WWE? Are you goddamn serious? Unfreaking real. This is what I'm talking about. WWE's creative garbage, terrible booking, man. This is the crap I'm talking about. Bruce and Vince McMahon with their creative garbagely thinking, man. With their terrible creative thinking. That's what I'm talking about. This is why these shows don't get any better. Because Bruce and Vince McMahon and their creative thinking and their terrible creative bookings on these shows every week. Now, let's get to one of the news that I got from Ringside News. So, the news on WWE Survivor Series plans for Drew McIntyre and more. So, it says here at Ringside News, update, we are aware that WWE suddenly listed Tucker on the SmackDown roster. Now, why? I don't know. Now, did we just see Tucker turn on Otis at Hell in the Cell? So, what are they doing with the heavy machinery? What the fuck's going on? This is the definition of creatively bankrupt. This is how creatively bankrupt WWE is, man. It goes to show, once again, for the 2nd, 3rd time in a row. I've said this 3 times. Folks, this goes to show. This goes to show right here how creatively clueless, embarrassing, and completely bankrupt WWE is, folks. This right here shows how creatively bankrupt they are. They don't even know what they're doing with their own talent, folks. Not only do they know what they're doing with these shows, they don't know what they're doing with their own talent. Neither do they know what they're doing with these commentators. They don't even know what they are doing with these fucking goddamn awful arenas. These, you know, they don't even know what they're doing with these arenas. Not only do they know what they're doing with these shows and these talents, they don't even know what they're doing with these arenas. Heck, I don't even think they keep up with their freaking schedule. Vince McMahon can't even remember what superstars he has on the SmackDown and Raw roster. Complete shame. And you got Bruce sucking Vince McMahon's dick, of course. Yeah, you got that. You got Bruce Prichard sucking Vince McMahon's cock, doing what Vince McMahon wants him to do. You know it. Woo woo. You know it. Bro. Anyways. WWE's next pay-per-view is Survivor Series on November 22nd. It says here at Ringside News that the company is putting the matches together. Ringside News says, we don't know about a couple of things they have nailed down. My sources, Ringside News, exclusively reported. Or should I say, our sources, Ringside News, exclusively reported. Excuse me for that one. Exclusively reported that Drew McIntyre was originally penciled in to win at Hell in a Cell. WWE changed that finish around. Now, why did they change that finish around? This is WWE's typical terrible creative, like I've been saying. Right in the freaking open. McIntyre will now be captain of Team Raw at Survivor Series. Now, why is Drew McIntyre captain of Team Raw when he lost to Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell? Now, this to me absolutely makes no sense. I agree with Drew McIntyre being captain of Team Raw, but why? He lost. He freaking lost a match at Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship, and you're putting him as team captain of Raw. Why? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but why though? You know, it's like why? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because Bruce and Vince McMahon wants him to be team captain of Raw. That's why. No wonder. Ringside News has learned that Otis and Tucker might not be getting the singles match that people are hoping for right away. Are you fucking serious? You need to tell me these blue checkmark geeks and these goddamn trolls on Twitter wanted this match to happen? I really don't have no comments right now on this. I really don't. I don't know what to say on this. I really don't. They will be on opposing sides during the Raw vs. SmackDown match of Survivor Series. So, Ringside News says, we already covered when WWE made the decision for Tucker to turn on Otis. A Survivor Series showdown between the former Heavy Machinery members is now part of the plan. WWE has a lot of time before the November 22nd event rolls around. I'll tell you what they have a lot of time for. They also have a lot of time for merging these women's SmackDown and Raw divisions. I'll tell you what else they have time for. Merging these Raw and SmackDown tag team divisions, because that's exactly what they need to be doing. Every time JD says merge the women's divisions and merge the men's divisions, every time I say merge the women's divisions and merge the men's tag team divisions, WWE don't listen. WWE, that's why you need to be doing something called listening to the WWE fans, listening to our voices, listening to all the podcasters on Twitter when they say merge the freaking divisions. When they mean merge the freaking divisions, merge the freaking divisions! I guess you gotta tell them that even louder. You gotta be even, well, unfortunately, my number one favorite podcaster in the IWC, JD, has to be louder than that because you know WWE, you're not gonna listen. You know that, bro. WWE are fucking bankrupt. They're clueless. They don't know what they're doing. Period. Vince McMahon and Bruce needs to get fired. Both need to immediately get fired from WWE. Because this absolutely makes no sense, folks. Whatsoever, man. It's sad. It's outrageous, man. It really is. It really is. It's just, it's almost like they don't give a shit about this product, man. It really does. Really doesn't, man. Folks, we've seen this Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles match 3 times in TNA, folks. I want to see different matches. Everybody else on Twitter and Facebook wants to see different matches. Everybody on Twitter, on YouTube, wants to see different matches. All the podcasters want to see different matches. Everybody in the wrestling community and the IWC community wants to see different matches. We are tired of seeing this same garbage every Monday nights. Enough is enough, WWE. Time to start getting serious. You are not getting serious enough. All you're doing is playing around, sucking each other's dicks, and everything else. Come on, man. Get with the program, WWE. Seriously. And then you wonder why these viewership, you wonder why the SmackDown and Raw viewerships are going down each and every week. Folks, at this point, they need to just start over and bring some new writers in. But you know what? As long as Vince McMahon is alive, they they can't get creative as they want. And it's a fucking tragedy. It really is. It's a fucking disgrace. It's fucking embarrassing, man. It really is. I really hate how repetitive. I really hate how repetitive and productive and predictable WWE has gotten, man. I really hate it. I do. This company needs help, man. They really do. They really do. This company really, really fucking desperately, most importantly, need help. So, anyways. So the post-match, Elias comes out from behind and hits Hardy with a guitar to continue their feud. Oh, God, great. Oh, great. You mean to tell me this whole time Jeff Hardy and Elias feud has already started? You mean to tell me this feud has started already and I wasn't notified about this feud? Really. Folks, JD encourages you all not to listen to that Universal Truth music by Elias. I also encourage you all not to listen to that Elias Universal Truth music. That fucking music is fucking garbage. That music was trash. Music. You're seeing how they messed up Aleister Black's entrance music, and Aleister Black still not realizing that. He's still letting WWE do his dirty work. He's still letting WWE take advantage of him. Still letting WWE take advantage of him. I don't understand why Aleister Black is still letting WWE take advantage of him and his entrance music and his Titron and his work that he was so much doing great at. You know? Aleister Black's old music, WWE needs to give back. They need to give back his old entrance music and his Titron. He was doing good in NXT, and now he's slowly doing terrible on the main roster. The reason why he's doing terrible on the main roster is because of Bruce and Vince McMahon. And folks, what did the draft do to these rosters? It did absolutely nothing. These rosters, these SmackDown Raw rosters still need to be fixed. Still need some fixing. Period. Anyways, R-Truth is back. Is in the back. He's in the back. He gets interviewed about defending the 24/7 title last night. Truth notes that he's going to scout his competition tonight, including the Lucha House Party, Drew Gulak, and Akira Tozawa. Man, I gotta tell you, Akira Tozawa's fucking character is absolutely just wholeheartedly, absolutely, illogically terrible, man. I mean, what are they doing with these guys, man? I don't understand. Oh, that's right, Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak and the Lucha House Party are all related to the 24/7 feud, the 24/7 title feud with Akira Tozawa and R-Truth. So, basically, he's asked about the danger of being at ringside with his title since it has to be defended at all times. Being a 24/7, 48, 47, 11, I-95 South European champion is dangerous. I eat dangerously. I sleep dangerously. In fact, my third middle name is R. Franklin Dangerously Copperpot Truth. What kind of freaking... Oh my god. What kind of freaking garbage is this, man? What really? So anyways, it goes on commercial. Back live for a spotlight on the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. So we get a recap of Truth beating Gulak for the 24/7 title and Akira Tozawa and Lucha House Party entering after. Folks, we got this god-awful 2-on-2 tag team match. I mean, all these guys are in the feud for the 24/7 title. I mean, I don't even know why the 24/7 title was even brought up to begin with. I don't even know why this title was even brought. Oh, this title was brought up for the viewership, right? Just like the newly United States title was. All these new things that's happening in WWE, all it is WWE trying to desperately boost their Raw and SmackDown viewerships that's currently looking like fucking jokes. These viewerships currently looking like a disaster. Folks, Monday Night Raw viewership today. Once Monday Night Raw viewership come in today, you already know what that's going to say. The Monday Night Raw viewership is going to say all-time low. That's what's going to happen. When the Monday Night Raw viewership come in, I already know it's going to be an all-time low, given how terrible this show was last night. I mean, this show deserves an all-time low. This viewership does. This Raw viewership definitely deserves it. Definitely deserves an all-time low, folks. Okay. Anyways. So we got Akira Tozawa, which I probably already said, and Drew Gulak versus Lucha House Party. Alright, so here's what happened in this match between Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak and Lucha House Party. So Tozawa was with a punch to the jaw of Lince Dorado. So basically Tozawa punched Lince Dorado. He then tags in Drew Gulak, double team and a cover for Gulak. He stretches Dorado afterwards, big chops and a kick. He goes for a powerbomb, but Dorado reverses into a DDT. Truth comes out to watch the match with his belt on. Who fucking cares? Tozawa leaves the apron and rolls up Truth for two. Truth sends Tozawa into the barricade as Grand Metalik hits Truth with a drop kick on the outside. Everyone tries to pin Truth. Dorado then goes off the top and pins Gulak to end the match. So that was it, folks, basically. Oh, man. Absolutely terrible, man. Absolutely terrible, dude. This show is one of the worst embarrassing fucking Monday Night Raws of 2020, man. Everything involving the 24/7 and all its segments, folks, need to freaking burn. Well, JD, looks like you're not the only one that's saying it now. It needs to burn in the pen of fire. And I'm also saying this too. Never to be seen again. What a fucking travesty. This shit, man. Why is the shit still being booked into the show, man? I don't know why. I don't know why. The 24/7 championship is not helping the Monday Night Raw viewership. The storyline's not helping. The feud with R-Truth and Akira Tozawa with the 24/7 title is not helping the viewership, man. It's not. It's not only helping the viewership, it's not helping the ratings either. And it's most importantly not helping this freaking garbage show. You're not bringing in audience by booking shit like this, man. This was one of the worst, terrible, creative booking decisions I've seen on this show, man. This was a terrible creative booking, man. Terrible. WWE did a terrible job booking this match on the show, man. They really did. And that doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. They're always doing terrible with these goddamn creative, terrible bookings, man. Always. They do this all the time. It is nothing new. So don't be surprised about that. Anyways, folks, everyone is still trying to pin Truth as he leaves. It's pandemonium. I'll give you one better. It's fucking a disaster. There you go. That's even better. That's even better than saying pandemonium. A fucking disaster. That's exactly what this show is. It's not pandemonium. It's fucking disaster. And it's not paranoia. It's not the Uso. And it's the goddamn viewership that's gonna say all-time low. And I can't freaking wait so I can freaking laugh my ass out. I want to see how JD reacts to this Monday Night Raw viewership too. My buddy JD. Man, oh man, my buddy JD delivered his best Monday Night Raw review last night, man. Got to give a shout out to my buddy, my number one favorite podcaster in the IWC, JD from NY206, man, for his great Monday Night Raw review that he delivered last night. He had one of the best rants on his Monday Night Raw review last night, man. It was great. His Raw reviews are always fucking great. Just like everybody else. Everybody else's Monday Night Raw reviews are great too. And of course, I'm trying to improve my Monday Night Raw reviews as well. Trying. Heck, I may be on the verge of giving up going live with my Monday Night Raw reviews because of how terrible this show is every week. I'm tired of reviewing this fucking garbage, man. I really am. Seriously. It's fucking ridiculous. I have learned from podcasters like JD, you know what I mean? I'm inspired by podcasters like JD. Inspired by this guy. This guy does so good with all of his reviews. It makes people want to actually, he does so good with his reviews, it makes people want to actually watch his fucking reviews. Seriously, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe one day you will find out what I'm talking about. Anyways, we got the Firefly Funhouse segment. One of the best things on Monday Night Raw right now. I'm just going to say that. So we got Bray Wyatt with his Firefly Funhouse. He said, it's Mad Tea Party. Fitting the Halloween theme, Bray's guest is about to arrive, he said. It's Alexa! You know I had to say it. Alexa Bliss, who's brought tea, she says she made it extra special for Rumbling Rabbit with a secret ingredient. Arsenic. The rabbit has died once again. So Bray Wyatt laughs and says Alexa is fitting in. We're all mad around here. We're all mad around here. So Bray says the firehouse is a magical place and you don't have to hide. The Fiend protects and heals, and there's only one thing you have to do. Bliss gets touched by Wyatt's glove hand, and her eyes turn red as she says, let him in. Alexa then promotes her chat with Randy Orton later. The camera shifts to Bray, who is remembering Orton burning his house down from a few years back. He's looking pissed. Rolling Rabbit wakes up, but Wyatt has lost it and kills him with his mullet. He closes by saying that he can't wait to see Orton on a moment of bliss later. More like a moment of piss, because that's exactly what it was. It's going to be fire. End of segment. This was a great segment, but oh my god, why this Bray Wyatt and Orton feud again? Please don't do it. Please, WWE. Please don't freaking put Wyatt in the feud with Orton again. You know what happened the last time we see Wyatt feuding with Seth Rollins? You know what happened the last time we seen that feud? Oh my god. Please don't do this feud. I feel like this feud is going to end up like the Seth Rollins and Wyatt feud. Oh my god. I really don't want to see this feud on my TV, man. I really don't. I really don't want to see Wyatt get ruined on TV. I really don't, man. Enough is enough seeing Wyatt get ruined on TV, WWE. Enough's enough with booking him in title matches. He doesn't need to be booked in title matches. And, folks, I assume the WWE must have Randy Orton and the Fiend feud planned after SummerSlam, or after, I mean not SummerSlam, but after Survivor Series. I'm assuming they got this planned feud after Survivor Series, which I hope not, because I don't want to see him get wasted on TV again. I don't want to see Wyatt get wasted on TV again and lose. He doesn't need to be put in any more title matches. Enough is enough with this bullshit, WWE. You know it. But this is WWE typical Bruce and Vince McMahon creative terrible thinking. This is their fucking way of doing what they want with these shows. Folks. Anyways, let's anyways, I'm going to read the rest of this. So, back on commentary for a recap of Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman. Maybe lost my thought, man. This show's so terrible. I can't even fucking read, dude. Can't even fucking read this review, my review. This show's so terrible, I can't even read my review, man. It's embarrassing. It really is. So, we got a recap for Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman from last week. Low blows everywhere in that bout. Backstage with Keith Lee, who's being interviewed, he's asked about how he bounces back after a questionable loss last week. Braun couldn't beat me last week, he said. That's what he said. And so instead of losing like a man, he went below the belt and took a cheap way out. He likes to call himself a monster, but the next time I face Braun, I'll show him a real monster. Really? Really, Keith Lee? Really? Keith Lee, do you know how bad WWE is wasting you on TV, man? I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what's going on with this company, man. I really don't. These blue chat mark geeks, I don't think they understand what's going on with this WWE company either. I'll tell you one person who does. That's JD. And I'll tell you two people who are not right, and that's Bruce and Vince McMahon. Two people who are right is me and JD, but two people who are not right is Bruce and Vince McMahon. Now, you seen on his debut, on his Raw debut, when he debuted on Raw, he's lost to Orton twice. I mean, really. You know how many times they put him in matches with Randy Orton on the show? He basically defeated Randy Orton by disqualification. That to me is not a win. But I'll tell you, after this match between Keith Lee and Elias, I'll tell you what was a win for Keith Lee. What was a win for Keith Lee was Elias getting his ass whooped and destroyed. One of the two. That's two out of the three I just said. You're gonna want to hear the last one after this. Anyways, folks, as I was saying, Lee transitions to his match with Elias tonight a Survivor Series qualifier. Who is next? Prepare yourselves. I'm about to walk with Elias. Commercial break. Speaking of Elias, it is funny that I am mentioning Elias because Elias is the dumbest motherfucking idiot on the entire Monday Night Raw roster. He's the dumbest fucking idiot on the roster, man. He still thinks Jeff Hardy somehow hit him with a vehicle, man. Then he just stares at the entrance on the top rope instead of putting Keith Lee away. It's a fucking shame. It's this type of terrible creative booking that makes this show look worse. It's the type of booking that makes this show look like an embarrassment. It's the type of booking that makes WWE look clueless. It's the type of booking that makes this show look. So, here's what happened with this match between Keith Lee and Elias. So, Lee looks focused. He overpowers Elias early with a shoulder tackle, wrist control for Lee, followed by a shot to the shoulder of Elias. Elias gets out of wrist control with an elbow. Elias off the ropes, but Lee evades and lands a crossbody, showing his agility. Goes to show you how good Limitless Keith Lee is, or should I say limited, because he is still limited. I mean, Keith Lee's been limited to set this Monday Night Raw debut. Vince McMahon, Bruce, you fucking geeks. You're the reasons why Keith Lee's been limited all this time. Both men to the outside. Lee slams Elias into the barricade and throws him back in the ring. Lee gets caught up in the ropes. Though heading to the outside, Elias tries to capitalize, but he gets hit with a pounce and flees over to the announce desk. Commercial. Back live with Lee in full control. He goes for a spirit bomb. But Elias counters and hits a flying knee right after. Elias throws Lee into the post on the outside twice and then into the barricade. He slides Lee into the ring and hits a flying axe handle from the top for a near fall. Jumping knee to a down Lee for a 2. Deep headlock down to slow the pace. Elias with another knee. He goes for an Irish whip, but Lee reverses and hits a slam. Big BO from Lee. Oh, really? He goes for a shot in the corner, but Elias reverses and hits stripped away. He goes back to the top, but Jeff Hardy's music hits. Lee takes advantage of the distraction, throwing Elias off the top, followed by a spirit bomb for the win. And now Keith Lee is a part of the Raw team. So, post-match, Hardy hits Elias with a guitar to the back with the Hurt Business. Some dudes try to use TBH's bathroom and gets thrown around. The Hurt Business takes on Retribution after a break. Back live for a video recap of McIntyre against Randy Orton from Hell in the Cell. We don't need to be reminded. We've already seen this match. We don't need a recap of Orton versus McIntyre. Nobody keep reminding us this. We already seen the match. We already know what happened. Orton is interviewed backstage now. He's asked about the possibility of the Fiend making an appearance during a moment of bliss. Oh, great. Oh, great. We got a moment of bliss. We got a moment of piss last night. Great. Fucking great. Fucking amazing. Orton says he doesn't care. At the end of the day, there's only one Randy Orton. The only people that needs to be concerned are those that cross Randy Orton. The only person that should be concerned is Randy Orton, because on social media there is people that are putting Randy Orton on blast on social media. And the only person that's boring on this fucking roster, the only person that's the boringest wrestler on the roster is Randy Orton. The only suckest wrestler on the roster is Miz. I hope I'm making sense of all this. Orton says he doesn't care. At the end of the day, there's only one Orton. The only people that need to be concerned are those that cross Orton. To the announce desk, where Tom Phillips tees up the 8-man elimination tag match between Retribution and Hurt Business. I don't know why this elimination tag match was not saved for Survivor Series. Speaking of Retribution, folks, check this out. I got some news. You're not going to believe this, folks. Some of you are not going to believe this. I got some news on why Retribution lost their push in WWE. And we're actually going to go into that after I read to y'all what happened with this 8-man elimination tag match that again should have been at Survivor Series. But you know, good old Bruce and Vince McMahon, you know, they don't care. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about what the fans want. They only care about what they want. That's it. That's the plan for them. They only care about what they fucking want. Not what the fans want. Not what everybody else want. Not what the podcasters want. Not what the people that deliver the news want. I'm talking about the people that delivers the WWE, AEW, and pro wrestling news. They don't care. They really don't. So there was a quick video recap of the Retribution Hurt Business feud. So the Hurt Business is out first. It goes to commercial break. Back live, Phillips announces that U.S. Champion Bobby Lashley will face Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn at Survivor Series. I just want to say, how the fuck do you associate dragons with Keith Lee? Huh? Huh? Somebody answer that. Huh? And the one night a year where Raw and SmackDown go head to head, Tom Phillips was introduced to say, "Oh, really?" He was instructed to say, "Oh, really?" Actually. Now, what do you call what happened all summer, folks? You fucking trolls that are praising this garbage. What do you call what happened all summer? Answer that. You fucking trolls on Twitter. You fucking goddamn geeks. You fucking goddamn morons. Anyways. MVP takes the mic. He says the Hurt Business doesn't run from anyone, including Retribution. Lashley takes the mic and says that Retribution is a liability. MVP, well, Retribution to me is more like failures. I'm gonna say that again because that was twice as funny. That was twice as nice. Retribution is more like failures. What a losers, man. What freaking losers, man. I gotta admit, Retribution did a good job saying that. Actually, the Hurt Business leader, MVP, did a good job saying that shit. He did a good job saying that. And Lashley did a good job saying that about Retribution, man. I thought it was MVP that said that, but that was actually Lashley. Anyways, MVP adds that Retribution is bad for business. He struck a deal with the company to take out Retribution. Benjamin says, once they take out their opposition, they want their payment in gold. Retribution enters. Oh, God. Oh, great. It's the failures of Monday Night Raw. It's the failures of all Monday Night Raw failures. Retribution. So we got Retribution versus Hurt Business, Amen, elimination tag. And let me tell you all what happened with this match, man. This match was absolutely nauseating garbage. So garbage that I could see half of the fans, I could see half of the fans feel like they were getting ready to leave the Thunderdome. That's how bad this fucking 8-man elimination match was. It's just half of the fans like they were ready to leave their screens, man. Seeing them in the ring. I had to freaking blame them, man. Bro, I don't really blame them. I don't blame them. I completely don't, man. Retribution is the worst fucking faction on the entire Monday Night Raw roster. The worst faction of 2020, folks. Retribution, that's what you call the worst faction in 2020. The Hurt Business, they are the best things going on Raw. The Hurt Business and the Firefly Funhouse is the best things going on Raw. I agree. They're the best things going for Raw right now. And everything else, full of garbage. Anyways, T-Bar and Lashley start. Lashley takes T-Bar to the corner and lands dirty boxing. He mauls T-Bar with strikes, but T-Bar hits a big boot, elbows, and punches now. Who cares? Lashley off the ropes with a shoulder tackle to T-Bar. The pair jockey for position. Lashley hits a flatliner and takes T-Bar to TBH's corner. The Hurt Business corner. That's what TBH stand for. Hurt Business. MVP is tagged in, strikes back and forth. T-Bar gets the upper hand and tags in Mice. Mice with a headlock and elbows to MVP. He tags in Slapjack, who hits a drop kick to the back of MVP's head for a near fall. Punches in the corner and an uppercut. But then Slapjack misses and lands head first on the second rope. Modified suplex from MVP for a 2-count. Reckoning. Oh, God. Reckoning, Mia Yim goes to ringside and convulses, distracting MVP. Slapjack rolls him up for the 3. MVP has been eliminated. Reckoning continues to... They continue to convulse as they head to commercial. Back from commercial, back live. Bobby Lashley is Slapjack. He has Slapjack in a wrist lock. Slapjack goes for a DDT, but it doesn't work. Lashley off the ropes with a spear for the 3. Slapjack has been eliminated. T-Bar is back in. He brawls with Lashley to the outside. T-Bar is clotheslined over the barricade. Lashley follows him. Both men are brawling and get counted out. It's Ali and Mice against Shelton and Cedric. Mice and Cedric are in. Mice with a roundhouse kick and a couple stiff shots. Downing Cedric. Cedric takes out the knee of Mice and pushes Ali to the outside. Mice gets the upper hand again, but doesn't realize that Shelton made a blend tag. He hits Pay Dirt for the 3. And Mice is eliminated. So Ali is in off the ropes, but he's caught by Shelton, who hits a fall-away slam. Cedric is tagged in. He beats Ali down in the corner. Then Ali is thrown into the opposite corner, but he lands a dropkick to Benjamin, who's taken off the apron. Cedric gets back in control with a back body drop. He brawls with Ali to the outside. Ali grabs a chair and hits Cedric for the DQ. And that was it, folks. That was it. So the Hurt Business goes after Ali post-match, but he dips. Now, obviously, you know what I had to say about this. First of all, Retribution versus Hurt Business. Again, in a 4 versus 4 elimination match 3 weeks before Survivor Series. Out of all these matches, this is what they booked. And they couldn't come up with any other match besides this match. Folks, Vince really doesn't give a shit about WWE. He doesn't give a shit about the talent or the shows or the arenas. He really doesn't. He just doesn't give a shit that he killed 5 talents with the snap of his fingers. What a creative joke this entire thing has been. What a creative joke this Retribution, Hurt Business, and Fiend feud has been, man. What a joke this Retribution and Hurt Business feud has been, man. WWE truly is creatively bankrupt, man. They really are. You know. Hey, Bruce! Why don't you do us all a favor? Get Retribution off TV! If your intent was to kill NXT talent, you succeed. Congratulations! Congratulations, Bruce! Congratulations, Bruce. Congratulations, Bruce. Your intent was to kill prime NXT talent. You succeed. They are legitimately one of the worst things creative has ever produced. Cut your losses, grow some balls, know your role, Bruce, and save all involved. I am sick of seeing this talent getting used and wasted on TV, completely buried on TV, constantly every Monday nights, Friday nights, and every Wednesday nights. Sick of this. It's ridiculous. Sick of seeing talent getting used under utilized Raw. I think when me and Yim was on the ground in the ring, I think when me and Yim was in the ring acting like a rat mouse cat doll, when she was acting like a rat mouse cat doll, I think she realized she had 2 more years left in WWE, or the current WWE deal. Oh, God. Here comes the worst, folks. To the back where Angel Garza has a rose for Mandy Rose. She rejects due to her relationship with Otis. He turns to Dana Brooke now. But Jax, who takes the rose, and Shayna Baszler tell him to leave as they discuss the Raw Women's Survivor Series team. Rose and Brooke feel they should be the captains due to being undefeated on Raw. How in the world does this make sense? Are you serious? Folks, listen to this. Rose and Brooke feel they should be captains due to being undefeated on Raw. See? See, this is the creative bullshit and garbage I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. This right here was what I was talking about on my review earlier, man. That's what I was talking about. Bruce and Vince, if you can't do nothing better, then please fire yourselves from WWE. Or please, WWE fans, sign a petition to get Vince McMahon to step down in office and get Bruce fired. Please. Please, fans. Please, just do it. Just do it, man. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these two. I'm sick of seeing these two fucking up these Monday Night Raw and SmackDown shows. I'm sick of it. Sick of all this garbage, man. I really am. So, cliffhanger, which was announced earlier on in the night. That's after a break. So back live as The Miz enters We get a recap of him beating Otis for the Money in the Bank contract last week. Who fucking cares? I really didn't want any recap. I didn't want to see any recap of him being Otis for the Money in the Bank contract last night, because you know what that made me want to do? You know what that made me want to do? I'll tell you exactly what it made me want to do. It made me want to pick up my remote and change the goddamn channel. How god awful he did in the ring